So what I'm hoping to do is to award students points for participating in a poll that I gave them in Zoom. So on the left-hand side, I have a downloaded gradebook file from a sample class, and all of the names and identifiers have been changed to be FERPA compliant. So I just downloaded the CSV file and opened it in Excel. And you can see in here that the students have all taken quiz 1. And here I have poll number 1, and I want to award them 10 points if they participate in the poll. Now on this other Excel spreadsheet, this is a sample poll report downloaded from Zoom. And if you notice, I have 42 students on the right hand side that participate in the poll, but I have more students in my grade book. So some students did not participate in the poll, and I want to make sure they get zeros. So the first thing I'm going to do is in my poll spreadsheet, I'm going to give them all 10 points if they participated. So I'll just make a column with 10 points in it and copy that down to all students. All right, so that's column F. So in my grade book, right, I want to pull in the scores. So in this cell here, I want to give this person a 10 if they participate in the poll and a 0 if they did not. Now, so that I don't have to manually go and search the poll report spreadsheet and look to see if they got 10 points, I want Excel to do that for me. I'm going to build a formula. It's the index match formula. All right, so let's put in the formula. I'm going to do index. The first thing that I want to put in here is the total points that I want it to fill in this cell with if everything matches and works great. Okay, so that will be the points that's in column F in my poll report. So I'll highlight all of F, followed by a comma, and then match, right? What do I want it to match? I want it to compare, I'm going to print, I want it to compare the email address of the student in my Canvas gradebook, so I'll select that, with all of, and I want it to look, all of the email addresses in my poll report. So I'll highlight that entire column. And Excel will ask me, how do you want it to match? Less than, exact, max, or greater. I'm going to put exact match, right, because I want the two email addresses to be identical. And then close the one formula with the paren and close the second formula. So I've closed the index and I've closed the match. And I should be okay, right? So it looks like Rosanna completed the poll, and so I gave her 10 points. Now, if I copy this down through the whole spreadsheet for every student, it's easy to highlight who didn't get points and who did. I could leave it like this, but really what I want is to give those people that didn't participate zeros, so that I can upload this spreadsheet back into my Canvas gradebook. So I'm going to go back to that first cell, and I'm going to add to this formula an error. So if it gets an A, I want it to give them a 0. All right, so I'm going to put if error, open paren, and then I'm going to say, okay, so if it's an error from all of that formula that we just put in, so if it doesn't find a match and it gives me an error, I want it to return a 0. So I'll put a comma and a 0 and close my equation formula. And in this case, because it already gave me a 10, because there was a match, I'm going to copy that new formula, the if error formula, all the way down, and all of our NAs should change to zeros. Voila! So then I can upload this spreadsheet back into my gradebook and easily and quickly give them credit for answering the poll.